My cardiac event came as a total surprise to me. I had had no previous symptoms, no familial history, no idea that I would be at risk for the sudden stopping of my heartbeat. The day was a typical day here at work, talking on the phones, working with my coworkers. I felt no symptoms whatsoever until I was talking on the phone with one of my clients, and suddenly I felt an overwhelming fatigue, like I just had to close my eyes and go to sleep.
I heard this really funny sound. Coming from his office, I thought I'd better check on it. And I went in there, and it was a shock, actually, to see him there, unresponsive.
My wife came in, she put her hand on my chest and asked me what was wrong, and I needed to wake up, and what was wrong, and I do remember from that point. But after that, everything goes blank.
I was checking his pulse, and then one of the other employees came in right away because she had heard a sound also, and she immediately called 911.
The care begins at the time of the 911 call because the person accesses a system that brings emergency services right to their home, that coordinates with the hospital upon the point of delivery, and really enhances the overall care that they receive.
So the minute you call 911 is the minute that your cardiac care begins. The emergency services personnel are trained to be en route the minute your call comes in, and they begin life-saving care in the field. Shocks, chest compressions, all of that occurs well before you're transported and during your transport to the medical center.
Their care was very good. They came in and immediately said, "We'll take it from here."
Everyone knew exactly what they needed to do, and there was no hesitation. I was immediately intubated, and right after that, someone started chest compressions, and that then stayed continuously while other first responders worked on other supporting roles. Everybody had a job to do, and they got right in and did it right away.
If you're having a heart attack, the earlier you can get it diagnosed and treated, the less damage will be done to the heart muscle. So, as we say, time is muscle.
After 20 minutes of resuscitation efforts, they were able to restart my heart and transport me to the hospital. My first awareness was waking up the next day in the intensive care unit at the hospital. And Dr. Greenberg, the cardiologist, came in and told me that I had suffered an episode of what is called ventricular fibrillation, where my heart stopped beating productively, and I immediately, in effect, died. The doctor stressed to me that the key to my good outcome was the fact that my wife promptly notified 911, got first responders on their way, and they immediately started working on me to restore my heartbeat. My experience has been fairly remarkable to the extent that nothing's happened. My pacemaker works as it's supposed to. I've never had a defibrillating event, but my life has resumed back to the way it was before. I'm not restricted in any way. Everybody should have CPR training, because that training could be critical to ensuring that the patient has a good outcome. I feel as though my survival and good outcome was a direct result of the prompt, well-trained response of the first responders and the coordination of their activities with the hospital staff and my physician at Portland Adventist Medical Center. Those two working in combination provided me with a great outcome. And I feel very fortunate that things turned out as well as they did.